Good evening, everyone. Thank you again so much for tuning in. This is the Realdealfam Network, and I am Andre, and this is the gorgeous wife, Essie.
How you doing? Boo, boo, boo.
Her intro as the boss. Again, thank y'all so much for subscribing and giving us all the support you have been doing. But if you can, for those who haven't yet, could you please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you can be the first to get those videos as they drop.
Number one.
Also, give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. With that being said, we're going to dive right in tonight. We got a nice one for you tonight.
Ooh, juicy.
10 things that white folks do that annoy black people.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so don't be so offended because my family's mixed. I got white folks. I'm part white. You know, you got a little something. Everybody got a little something.
Hey, don't tell them that.
Oh,
No,
whatever. I'm proud to be an American.
All right. Well, the first thing they do is annoy the heck out of. They love to touch your hair.
Yes, now, you know, come on now. You can't go around just touching everybody's hair. And I already told you we got oral traditions about people, what you do with the hair. And if you haven't seen that video, you need to go back and take a look at it. But yeah, if you just come up, especially when the woman is natural, you know, you can't just be coming up and touching on the hair. That's the absolute...
I guess we don't have to worry about that too much. They look at us, they know that stuff look coarse. They
What girls be liking to touch over your hair?
No.
Yeah.
No. They know better than that.
Right.
Yeah. They like do y'all juice the hair like that.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a no. You don't just go and touch on, people's hair. You have to ask permission, and most ladies gonna tell you, no, thank you.
They do it. I think ladies and a lot to babies as well. They always, that baby got some pretty hair. And go to touching on it.
Yeah, don't touch on people's baby. We got a video about that too. And watch our other videos after this one.
Yes. With that being said, number one. Number two is, for some particular reason, when they call, they just love to say your entire government name.
We already know you. You don't know none of us if you saying our whole government name. Susie B. Daniels. Who's calling?
Yeah, one thing about black folk, we don't like you to call our house or our cell phone and say our entire name.
Yeah, we're going to hang up immediately. Nobody we know.
Yeah, because our folk don't do that.
Yeah, or if you call us, we ain't going to answer if it's a strange number. We just going to you better text or something, leave a voicemail, and then we'll call you back. The strange numbers. So that's government. They know my government name.
Yeah, word to the wise. If you're gonna call, just say the first name or Mr. or Mrs. and say the last name.
Yeah, or most black folks have like a nickname. So if you don't know the nickname, you ain't in the know. Next.
Yeah. Call somebody else. Yeah, the third thing is, I can't say all of them do it, but some of them tend to do it. They want to make sure they in the club and they close to you. They'll say, I know a lot of blacks.
That's President Trump.
He meant well, I guess.
He means he knows Mr. Black or Mrs. Black, but not black people. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I guess. What blacks are those?
No, we typically don't like to be called by other people the blacks.
Yeah, that's offensive.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Highly offensive. Call us black folk, black people, or African Americans.
Yeah, some endearing term, not the blacks.
Yeah, so with that being said, that leads right into the next thing. For some reason also, they think they can use our vernacular and they love to try to use slang.
I mean, everybody want to be cool, baby.
I feel you, but we tend not to use they language like that.
Stop lying now. You know I want to get a job.
Yes, sir.
Gotta button it up.
Yeah, you do. Uh-huh. But I guess that's how they get their street cred. They throw in our little words we like to throw in here and there. That exposes you. Just always keep it
just
authentic.
Be natural, yeah.
Just
whether you're uptight or you cool, just be natural with it, and that's the flow. We'll vibe with you.
That's it. Just keep it real. That's all we want. Now the next thing is this is my pet peeve. I can't stand it. It annoys me personally. But if I go around here and I come having to go to your place or somewhere, please don't have your animals jumping all over me and rubbing up against my leg. I can't stand it.
Oh, that's just killer. He don't bite.
Yeah, he do. He got teeth on him.
Killer don't bite.
Dog 150 pounds, but he don't bite.
Yeah, most black folks now, we got animals, we love them and stuff, but other people's animals, we don't want them turning all up on us and rubbing on it. It's just, that's just being respectful. Don't let your animal get all on people. Unless they ask, hey, can I pet such or whatever, then that's cool, But put that animal up.
Yeah, animal lovers always assume everybody else is an animal lover. Everybody don't want animals all on them like that.
Yeah, I love animals, but out of courtesy, you don't allow your dog or your cat to jump up on people.
Yeah, so please, if you're around others, please put them up unless the person feel comfortable with animals. But that tends.
But some people feel like they family, they ain't gonna put them up. You got to go.
Yeah. And with the sixth thing, I'm almost for certain everybody black done experience this, but boy, they sure knows it, ain't they?
No.
They ask 100 questions. Who is that?
Yeah. What you said? An emergency, something popping off. What?
Yeah, a gunfire taking off. Instead of running, they be like, "Why is he shooting?"
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Got to know the answers to everything. Sometimes it's best just to be safe and go ahead and run with the crowd.
Yeah, emergency situations, you have to take cover. Don't ask questions. Just take cover and, try to get out of there without finding out at that moment who's popping. Just go.
And don't worry about who pulling up at Joe Yard. That's his business.
Oh, the neighbors?
Yeah, they good at that.
Who they have over there now?
So
they have a different car every day.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, we like the extra security, but just tone it down a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, you want your neighbors to be observant now. You want them to look out for you, but it's just a little too observant, where you can't have your own privacy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And number 7 is they always seem to be slightly unaware of history.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, so you just cause everything is fine in your world and in your arena, I don't think you could just make a blanket statement like, oh, there's no racism anymore or anything like that. Everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
why don't you just go get a bank loan and $500,000 house?
Yeah. Why you still driving that old car? Yeah, so.
Or why don't you have a good job or go to a good school?
Yeah, so just be aware that there's been things that been put in place to hamper some people. So
or if somebody tells you their experience, don't just negate that and say that doesn't exist. You need to have open ears and a heart that's able to receive it, and then you take it, analyze it, and listen, and then maybe you'll learn something. But if you are constantly saying that don't exist, no, then you're never going to be able to hear or listen to anybody else's experiences. So.
Right, you're just sharing in experiences. My experiences may be different from yours, but that don't negate the importance of mine or yours. Mm-hmm. So just be mindful of that.
Yeah, don't take offense if somebody tells you, hey, like we're giving you this list, don't be all offended now. We just telling you so you'll be aware in the future and you may not do the things.
These just little minor things that tend to annoy us.
Yeah.
Now the next thing I think is it's not so much an annoyance as it is we kind of curious about it, but always having that need to conquer nature. Just I watched the video. I saw a man out by himself, went in the middle of nowhere in the woods and camped. That is minus 20 degrees out there.
Yeah.
And he just out there in the middle of nowhere by himself. Animals, wolves howling and everything.
What's that book, Into the Wild, where the guy has to go to Alaska and feel like he has to get away and conquer nature and try to just, you can't beat nature. Now nature gonna kill you. You get up out of there or go, climb Mount Everest and all that. Yeah, black folks ain't really trying to do all that. we love nature. We respect it. We have reverence for it. That's God. But we ain't trying to conquer it. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference. I respect the animals out there, and I leave that.
That line. Oh no.
Yeah, that's their space. And number 9 is always that insatiable appetite to always want to notify the authorities about everything.
Notify the authorities.
Also known as the cops.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just, what is that, for safety?
I guess so. I guess it make them feel better about themselves or something of that nature. But we tend to, I guess we would, but we're a little bit afraid of them. We tend to have a negative relationship with the authorities.
Now I call the cops if I find that it's something to call the cops about. But I'm going to let the situation play out a little bit longer and see what's really going on. Maybe it'll dissipate by itself and I don't have to do all that. But, I'm going to call the cops if it's emergency.
I guess so. That's what they're supposed to be there for. But
no, the thing is, they be calling the cops for barbecues and stuff. You don't call the cops for folks barbecuing.
Yeah, and I actually seen a video that was quite disheartening when I saw a bunch of young folk look like they was having a good time on spring break or something, and the neighbors called the police, and the police got there and went crazy on them children.
Yeah, it's tough. Man, that's just too sad. I saw that video too. That was very scary.
Yeah, you always want to use discretion. They just a bunch of kids having a good time on spring break. No need to turn up. Just relax.
Call management.
Yeah,
first.
That's all. Call the HOA if you have to. And the 10th and final thing I think that annoy black people is you don't like to season your food too well. Yeah, the food unseasoned. So maybe we tend to over season our food. What you think?
I don't think so.
But we do like flavor. That's not everybody. I go to restaurants all the time and they can cook, but sometimes you run across people that, when you're making stuff like grits and stuff, it take a little seasoning to give them some taste.
Yeah. I mean, when we look on the commercials for Thanksgiving and stuff, and we see green beans and some onions and some, the can of cranberry, just it's not very enticing.
Well, I think we probably think back to when you was in school.
And the cafeteria lunch.
Yeah, the school lunches were hideous.
Yeah, I have white friends and stuff, and you will go over and have something to eat at their spot. But typically it wasn't seasoned up very well.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just add a little salt, pepper, and some other seasoning.
No, black people don't just use salt. We have seasoning. There's a difference between salt and seasoning. Seasoning is like herbs and spices and all kind of, he don't cook. But
I do all the eating.
Not just salt. If you have too much salt in that, it doesn't taste good. But you gotta have herbs and spices and seasonings up in that thing.
Yeah, you do. You want the flavor
to
be in there. That's what gives it. So that's typically what the African Americans are. We that seasoning to everything. We add a little flavor to it. So yeah, we take all the boredom out.
I'm gonna need you to remember that.
Yeah, we do.
You have?
Yeah,
spice.
Yeah, so that's what we add to the game. So, but this is just a fun video, not to offend anybody. We just having fun, and these just some little things we notice sometimes. Not necessarily annoying. Some things that we're curious about.
Yeah, all this is in fun and in jest, so we could take things from everybody's community and learn from each other so that we are able to interact more and have a good time. Love each other.
That's it.
Yep.
Be good folk. That's all. And just like y'all been good folk and watching the video, we highly appreciate it. We thank you so much for tuning in. We thank you for the support. If you could, if you haven't, like we said in the beginning, hit that subscribe button. We really, really appreciate it. We're trying to get as many subscribers as we can, and we thank y'all so much for all your help. And again, if you have any comments, leave them below. We will read them.
What you gonna do about that spice?
I just use salt and pepper.
Give me a kiss, boy.
Thank y'all again. Good night.
Good night.